Hello, and welcome back to Debunk Dilettante, where I give you my take on the unexplained. Are today's videos going to make our spleens explode? Let's find out.
This creepy clip was shared on TikTok by user Philosseverus, and the backstory makes it even more unsettling. The uploader says she was staying at an Airbnb in Asheville, North Carolina with her family. The rental was a big house in the middle of the woods, with the nearest neighbor roughly 5 miles away.
Doesn't look that old.
In the middle of the night, the doorbell started ringing.
Is there someone at the door?
Not once, not twice, over and over and over without stopping.
Boy. Must be important. Oh, they just wanted to know about his car insurance. His extended warranty.
Her uncle and grandfather went outside to check the property, expecting to find someone lurking around. They found nothing. No person, no headlights, no cars, just darkness and woods.
And the bell's still going off even while he's answering. That should tell them something.
When they checked the doorbell itself, they discovered it had been physically jammed in. Someone or something had pressed it hard enough for the button to stick. Her uncle had to manually unjam it to get the ringing to stop.
Alright.
The doorbell had been ringing for about 3 minutes before anyone went out to investigate, and this was only the second day of a week-long stay. The uploader says she spent the remaining nights on edge. On the last night, she heard a strange scraping sound outside, like something dragging across gravel. But there was no gravel anywhere on the property.
The last night I did hear a weird sound outside in the middle of the night, like something scraping or gravel, but there's no gravel outside, so...
Scraping sounds,
I don't know.
okay.
What's made viewers pay extra attention, though, is a deeper look into the uploader's other videos. In an older post, she shares camcorder footage from 2002 of her parents deciding to buy their family home.
Let's see. I'll take you downstairs, I guess, in a second. Okay,
Oh
so
my
this
God.
is the basement downstairs.
Idiot parents. Ooh, smiling man. Ooh, okay.
And this has been their sort of youth hangout room. It's pretty cool.
The house was built in the 1910s, and she describes it as haunted by an entity she called the Smiling Man.
Then they have a cool little kitchen, which I guess works.
According to the uploader, the house still had its original wallpaper and beds that pulled out of the walls.
Oh, Murphy.
Every
beds,
night,
cool.
she suffered from chronic night terrors, waking up crying and screaming.
Oh, she was a baby.
She says she would sometimes see the Smiling Man standing on the stairs beneath the attic skylight.
And she remembers
Where is
this?
it? I want to see it. The creepy haunted house we lived in with all the little dark corners.
Oh, yeah.
This has led some viewers to wonder whether the entity from her childhood home might still be attached to her.
Oh, come on.
Could the Smiling Man have followed her to that Airbnb in the woods?
Oh,
Could he
definitely.
have been the one ringing the doorbell?
Is there someone at the door?
Okay. All right, so this doorbell is going off repeatedly, and they open the door and nobody's there, and it's still going off repeatedly, and the button is jammed. I mean, this is in North Carolina. I don't know where OP's family is from, but maybe they're not from the South. I am very familiar with the South, and it's humidity, especially out in the woods. And I can tell you that the humidity does cause doorbells to stick. This is not a new thing. This is something I've seen happening at many, or heard of happening at many people's houses, especially in the summertime when the humidity is super high and it's hot out. The button sticks and you have to unstick it physically. Or it could have been some sort of wildlife. Maybe something went up and pushed the button or hit the button and it got stuck. I mean, they're out in the woods. It could have been bears, coyotes, who knows. As for that scraping sound that she heard, that was probably wildlife. They said they're in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere, in the wilderness of North Carolina with nobody for miles, so that had to be wildlife. I just chalk it up to that. I mean, it happens, anytime I've gone camping, there's always wildlife around. You're in their territory, so it's gonna happen. As far as what happened to her in her household as a baby. She probably just had night terrors. She was just a little one, and I'm pretty impressed that she even remembers that, which makes me wonder if it really did happen or not, and she's remembering it correctly. If it did, I'm really sorry, but I seriously doubt that that is somehow attached to a doorbell going off repeatedly, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is some sort of entity that's there trying to get her attention, like the smiling man is hitting that doorbell repeatedly, just sitting there smiling. Tell me what you think.
This video by YouTuber Chasing the Darkness is one that is definitely going to make it difficult for you to sleep peacefully at night, as he explores an extremely creepy old abandoned house.
I love it.
The first 17 minutes of the video is him showing his old encounter, which I featured in a video back in the day, where he came face to face with an alleged cultist. Then later on, he shows his new investigation at the same location, and things get crazy. As he's making his way outside, all appears to be quite calm. That all changes, however, when he bumps into this.
See him pumping in at anything? The stairs are spooky though.
Look. Yo.
What are those?
These little statues. It's a demonic statues.
Demonic? More like figurines, come on. It's like a little devil goat thing covering its mouth, okay? There's another one, and it's covering its... Oh, okay. Okay.
If you guys know anything about this, let me know.
See no evil and speak no evil. Come on, you can get these at any smoke shop. Okay. Be serious. He could have put them there.
Something, I heard a whistle.
Oh. Okay.
Despite this terrifying encounter, the uploader nevertheless continues to press forward and continue onward with his journey, which was probably a mistake, as just a few minutes later, he gets yet another scare.
What was that? What was that? Something poking its head out. Oh, it's somebody in like a plague doctor mask. That's freaky. I'll give him that. Yep, nope, I'd be...
At this point,
hecking
most
out of
people
there.
would be quite freaked out and would be hurrying to leave. I mean, after all, he did just see some strange person/figure walking up the stairs, wearing what looks to be a plague doctor mask.
Which you can
But
get
I
at
guess
Spirit
this
Halloween.
YouTuber was just feeling super brave. Just a few minutes later though, and this happens.
Oh my god.
He's got his own light. No, it's a different person with the same plague doctor mask on. He looks like he's checking out the scene too with his own light.
Oh my god, go up this album. I don't know if you can see that, but it's actually somebody up there.
Alright. It looks like he's doing an investigation too.
Someone's probably looking for something. Oh, look right there.
Yeah, he's doing the same thing you were, dude. But in a cool mask.
He's wanting to peek.
Yeah, he looks like he's investigating. Leave him alone. Go about your
I don't
biz.
think he saw me.
He's probably wondering who you are.
Oh, he's peeking now. Nah, chill, bro. That's not human, bro.
Yes, it is.
That is not human. It's like a bird face.
Has he never heard of the plague doctor masks?
Yo, what? What's
Yeah,
doing?
he's wondering what you're doing.
Dude, that's a... No fucking way.
Sorry for the language.
Chasing the Darkness is a YouTuber that is very well known for his videos of him exploring creepy abandoned places.
Cool.
But it's likely that he won't ever want to return to this place ever again. And it's hard to blame him.
Okay. All right, so this is an investigator, which I love the paranormal investigators, the people investigating abandoned houses. These are always like my bread and butter. But he goes in and sees the little statues there, which he could have very well put there himself. They looked like brand new ones that were just bought at one of those smoke and vape shops. It's the see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil, but with like a little goat devil thing. And somebody just put them there. It doesn't necessarily mean they're in a cult. They're just being silly, or they're in a cult, whatever. But you know, you can buy them at any of those little shops for like $10. Not that I know. And when he comes across the plague doctor guy, I think homeboy was just doing a little investigation himself. And this guy who's chasing darkness is just doing the same thing, and they ran into each other, and he's probably looking at chasing darkness going, who's this, what's that, I just saw an entity. Wouldn't that be funny if two investigators were checking each other out? It's either that or these guys are playing a trick on him, or maybe it is some sort of cult thing going on, but it's not necessarily paranormal. It's just two people having a good time wearing their best plague doctor masks that they picked up at their local Spirit Halloween. What's the big deal? I don't know. You guys tell me if you think it's a cult activity, or if this guy's messing with us, or if somebody's messing with him. What do you think?
This eerie video was recorded by Igor, a man residing deep in the remote Siberian wilderness of Russia.
Oh, wow.
His cabin, surrounded entirely by dense forest, was accustomed to the usual nighttime sounds. But recently, he had begun hearing something far different, strange guttural growls echoing from the nearby trees. While Igor was familiar with the typical calls of wildlife, these noises were unlike anything he had encountered before.
Okay, let's see. Deep in the snow, too. Look at that. Wow.
On this particular night, they returned louder and more persistent than ever.
Alright. A lot of heavy snowfall. That is... Who could survive out there in that?
Determined to find their source, he grabbed his night vision camera and stepped into the darkness. What he captured would unnerve even the bravest viewer.
I wonder why he had one of those. Oh, wow, look at that. That's pretty good. Wow. Oh, he started to... Why did he cut away? That was a good shot. Maybe he got scared.
Beyond the tree line, a shadowy figure appeared, watching from the cover of night.
That's more than a shadowy
At
figure.
one moment, it seemed to crouch low in the grass, its gaze fixed on him, as though it could see clearly without light.
Yeah, like an animal of the woods. The way it's moving looks very primate-like. Okay. That really looks like a primate. That didn't look like a person in a suit, but I don't think it's a Bigfoot.
When the figure moved closer, Igor retreated back to the safety of his home.
Yeah.
To this day, the incident remains unexplained, leaving behind only questions and speculation about what might have been lurking in the forest outside his...
All right. Okay, so this one was really interesting. I don't know if I would call that like a Bigfoot or anything. That looked like a straight up primate, like a gorilla. Far as I know, in Russia, especially the Siberian area, there are no wild primates that are native to that area or anywhere near, or even in that hemisphere. So I'm thinking... maybe it got loose from some sort of facility, or like a lab or something, or maybe a zoo, or I can't think. But if he's in a remote area, it had to travel quite a way. But of course, it's a natural predator in the woods. That would be its, or the jungle anyway. I find that very interesting. The way it moved was very convincingly primate, but not Homo sapien or even Homo erectus. It had such movement like a gorilla. If you've ever seen Gorillas in the Mist, which is one of my childhood favorites, it looked just like those gorillas. But the fact that he kept cutting when it would start to stand up or move, almost like when you would be able to tell what it was, made me question his motives. Either he was just scared and he cut it and like backed up some more for better cover, or he knew what was going on or knew what it was and it wasn't anything out of the norm or somebody messing with him. But I'd like to think it wasn't a hoax and somehow like a gorilla got loose or something. I don't know, but I would hope it would be able to survive their very harsh winters of the Siberian area. Anyway, I don't know what you guys think, but I think that this one isn't any sort of paranormal or Bigfoot. I think it's a loose gorilla from some sort of facility. Hey, if you liked my video today, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Please let me know in the comments what you'd like me to debunk next. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. My bread and butter.